Hi everyone, I'm Brenda Harvey, author of The Conspiracy. So glad you could join me on this channel. Welcome if you're new, or welcome back if you're not. So, here's what we're gonna do. Today we are going to talk about how to make your characters more realistic, specifically character connections and how they interact with each other. But before we get into the video, please like this video and subscribe to this channel. If we get up to 25 subscribers on this channel, I will record an audiobook version of The Conspiracy and I will post it here on YouTube. Don't forget to buy The Conspiracy and The Lead. Those are my two books. The third book in the series is coming out this October. I'm super excited for it. I'm super excited to share it with you guys. It's coming along really well. Super excited about that. And make sure that you are watching my website for information. That is definitely going to be the most up-to-date instead of YouTube. Because YouTube I have to film, I have to edit, I have to upload, and I have a consistent upload schedule. So if I get something done this week, then it's probably not going to be posted on YouTube for another 3 weeks since I plan pretty far ahead. That way if I'm sick or I have to miss an upload day, I'm not actually missing an upload day and I can make that up some other time. So definitely make sure to watch my website because that is going to have the most up-to-date information on the progress on the third book, updates on where I am, things, if I'm going to be missing a YouTube upload, it's definitely going to be there. So definitely make sure you are keeping up with that. That is where I first announced the lead being published, the title of the lead, and the cover of the lead, so you definitely want to be keeping up to date with that. Okay, so let's get into the video. Okay, so character connections, how characters interact with each other. This is super important. Characters have to interact with each other like real people because that is essentially what they are to your readers. And if it seems unrealistic, then your reader is not going to want to continue reading because connecting with the characters is so important, and you definitely need to be able to do that. So they have to act like real people. So if someone says, "Hi, how would you react?" And remember, I think I've talked about this before. I'm definitely going to go more into detail about it in another video. But if you are writing in first person, you have to become that character fully. So if one character says hi, and you're writing in first person, so now you're acting as the main character, you need to actually make sure that that character is responding to this other character how they would respond. So if someone says hi, but your character would just ignore it, you cannot let your character say hi. You have to make it an interesting connection, and you have to make it accurate dialogue for them. So here's something I learned very recently. In filmmaking, there's this thing, especially in romance, where it's called a meet cute. I'm going to spell it out on the screen because I cannot talk. So it's called a meet cute, and that is where the two main characters, so the main character and the love interest typically, are going to be meeting, and that has to be super accurate. And when it's not, it kind of screws with the entire film. So I don't think it's called a meet cute in writing, but you need a very good meeting of two characters and has to be accurate to how life would be. I said I'd tell the story a few videos ago, so here we go. So, as you know, when I was in public school from kindergarten through 8th grade, and then I went to a private high school, which I love it there. You guys are amazing. You're my family. I'm so happy to have you. I mentioned that I had some struggles with my friends from public school and we don't really talk anymore. If you don't know about that, click here, and I talk about it there. I think you're clicking there. You might be clicking there. I'm not actually sure. But so here we go. So I came in, most people had gone to private Catholic school already, so they kind of knew each other, and in my mind everyone knew each other and everyone already had their friend group, and I was just kind of the outsider, which was not true at all. Like, most of my friends did not go to the same school. I think Joey and Lauren went to the same school at some point. I'll ask them. But really, we were all coming from different schools, basically, and the story of how Joey adopted me, which it was kind of the whole group, but it was mainly Joey. What happened had been about a month into the school year. I think this was either homecoming week or the week before homecoming. I was sitting by myself at lunch like normal. I think I was reading a book. I'm not actually sure. I probably was. That's what I did. It is important to note that while I was reading, I did this. I had an entire plan for how I was going to make friends. It wasn't really working out that well for me. But so I had my book. I was reading. I was looking around. So I would look at my book and then look around because I was looking at the other groups and seeing who I wanted to join. So I was looking around, and then out of the corner of my eye, I see Joey coming towards me. I'm like, no, leave me alone. Please leave me alone. It's kind of foolish, but anyway, she came up and she said, hey, do you want to sit with us? I think I rejected her that day. I did not. I just kind of stayed. But the next day, I know I came and sat with them. And really, and I have been friends with Joey, Lauren, Philomena, and Ellie ever since. And it's so amazing. I love you guys so much. You're amazing. Oh my God, love you guys so much. So that would be an example sort of a meet cute. I'm not actually sure if I'm using the terminology correctly. I just know that when the main character meets their love interest, that's called a meet cute in film. But that would be how two characters would meet, and it would be realistic because that is from my experience. So basing something off of that, basing stuff off your experience, that is really, really, really good. And it's actually really, really important that you do that. So it kind of makes sense. So another example how I met my friend Ellie, we were working on the freshman banner because for us, during homecoming week, we made banners that said freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, and we would hang them in the gym where we would sit. So I was working on the banner with like all my current friends actually, but the teacher who was supervising us, she wanted to get a picture of us with the completed banner. So she has to use someone's phone and I volunteered mine. And I'm shooting on my phone right now, so I can't show you my phone. But I do have the pop socket because it sadly broke. So she took the picture. And I had this pop socket at the time. And so my current friend Ellie asked me if this is a quote, I think. I'm not sure. She said, "Is that a Folklore pop socket?" For those of you who don't know, Folklore is a Taylor Swift album. I'm brain fart. I don't remember which one it is. I think it's the 8th. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. And it's my favorite album. It's amazing, but that part is not important to the story. So then when I went to sit with Joey, Ellie was also part of that group. And I remember Ellie flooding me with questions. What's your favorite Taylor song? What's your favorite album? Are you excited for re-records? And yes, I am excited for re-records. Red, November, super excited. That has nothing to do with the video. Anyway, but that would also be another example of characters meeting and characters interacting. So again, base it off of your own experiences, because unless you hate people completely and this quarantine didn't change you at all and you are already staying home for your entire life, then read other books and listen to music and figure it out yourself. But use your own experiences to kind of tie into what is going on in your story, and things like that. Now, the main character in the conspiracy series, her name is Iris, which many of you know. She is not the best example of a good character, and she definitely is not the best role model when it comes to mental health. And I do need to address this because my channel definitely stands for mental health, and if you are having mental health struggles, I highly, highly encourage you to seek professional help because your mental health is just as important as your physical health. But when I was writing The Conspiracy, as you know, I was in a really bad mental state. I was in a toxic relationship with friends I had known most of my life. I was in a bit of a depression. And the way I wrote Iris, that was kind of a manifestation of that depression and all of that. And you can if you dissect the writing enough, you can very, very clearly see that I was struggling with my mental health and kind of what I wanted to do and what I was going to do to change that and where I was, which I have grown so much and I'm doing so much better. So thank you to everyone who has supported me through this. But writing The Conspiracy was more therapeutic for me. Originally I did not intend on publishing it. It was just something fun to do, and then it turned into something therapeutic, something to get my mind off of things, and then I decided to publish it. So Iris definitely she's a character to look up to when it comes to not taking crap from other characters and standing up for yourself and all of that kind of thing. But when it comes to her mental state, it's not good, and she definitely shouldn't be your role model when it comes to that. But yeah, that is definitely something I want you to keep in mind when you are reading The Conspiracy in those books. Because the character connections and the reaction, those are accurate to how I was feeling. They're not accurate to every day. So be warned by that. Do not take my writing as 100% the best example because there are so many talented writers out there. But that was more therapeutic for me than a job, I guess. I'm not sure. But that, yeah. So, yeah. I'm gonna end this video now. Okay. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so appreciative to you guys. If you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe to this channel. Again, if we get up to 25 subscribers on this channel, I will record an audiobook version of The Conspiracy to post on YouTube. We are at 19 as of today, and I am so excited. Yeah. Make sure you buy The Conspiracy in the Lead because if you haven't, you are a tiny bit behind on this channel because we do talk about that a lot, and that is very commonly my examples because I know it better than most writing, and it's kind of more of the connection because not everyone's read Harry Potter, not everyone has read The Lord of the Rings, not everyone has read The Wizard of Oz, etc., etc. So that's kind of where you want to be. Make sure to be checking my website. Again, that is where all the most updated information is going to be for you guys. I don't post super regularly on it, but that is definitely where the most important information is going to be. So make sure you are keeping your eye on it, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.